Hey, it's Derek from Ideal Body, and in this video, we're gonna talk about the easiest diet ever to burn more fat. Let's get started. All right, so today I'm gonna show you the easiest diet ever that you can use to start burning more fat. And in fact, my friend Shana, who's a 47-year-old mom, used this to drop 25 pounds in just 6 weeks without even exercising. So it works super fast, it works really, really well, and you don't have to starve yourself or cut out your favorite foods forever. So the way it works is you're gonna start eating a high-fat diet. Now, what does that mean? You know, some people think of fatty foods and they think of like fast food or, pizza or things like that, donuts. Those aren't necessarily, yes, they fatten you up, but they don't have a lot of fat in them. That's the funny thing, is they have a lot of carbohydrates in them, a lot of sugar in them, and that's what causes your body to store fat. So we're talking about a high fat diet, and we're talking about healthy fat. So what you're gonna do is eat, 50, 60% of your calories as healthy fats, and then you're gonna eat some moderate amount of protein and a lower carb diet, so it's more vegetables as your carb source. Now, the reason why this works so well is if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, your body can only use so many of them. So what happens is a lot of people, eat carbs and then they, go sit at work all day long, or they, sit at home and watch TV, and then a lot of those carbs don't get used for energy, so they end up getting stored as fat. When you eat a higher fat diet with healthy fats, those fats go in and out of your cells and they don't get stored as fat. So they can be used for energy in an instant. And that's why you can use them and burn them up just when you're going throughout your day, so you don't even have to exercise. So what does a high fat diet look like? Well, there's a lot of high fat foods that you can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner that are not only gonna fill you up, but they're also gonna help you burn more. So if we take breakfast, for example, some great high fat foods are eggs, bacon, sausage, the things that we used to eat before everybody told us that they were bad and that they clogged our arteries, which we found out isn't true at all. So anything like hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, if you cook your eggs in coconut oil or grass-fed butter, that's what I like to do. You can add in some cheese in there, make a cheese omelet. You can add in some, diced ham, some bacon, sausage, things like that, avocado. Those are all great fat-burning foods. So when you start your morning with a higher fat breakfast, first of all, you're not gonna be hungry for a snack, midway through the morning, like 9, 10 o'clock, you get to work and you realize you're starving after you've just eaten, a bowl of oatmeal, a bagel, or cereal or something like that. So it's gonna keep you full longer, so you naturally snack and eat less throughout the day, and it's gonna help you keep you full so you burn more fat throughout the day. So if you talk about lunch, what are some good things to eat for lunch? Well, you can have something like a hamburger. We got some ground beef right here. Ground beef, this is 85% lean, 15% fat. You want the fattier cuts of meat because, again, this fat is actually good for you. It helps build up, the cartilage in your bones. It helps you, build strong muscles, things like that, which tend to get weakened as you get older. So something like a burger without the bun. You can put some guacamole on it. You can put some cheese on top. So we've got some Gouda cheese right here, is one of my favorites. You can put that in, your burger. You could put it in your eggs in the morning. You could have a slice as a snack. You could just eat some as a snack or with some olives or something like that. So cheese, definitely a great thing to start eating throughout the day. Lots of healthy fats in there as well. So something as simple as that, you can turn it into a salad. You can eat some veggies with it. It doesn't really matter, but getting more of those higher fat foods in there is going to help you keep you full so you burn more fat. So another thing I like to add into a lot of my meals is guacamole. So guacamole is great. It's better than, a lot of the other condiments like, ketchup, barbecue sauce, things like that. Definitely have a lot of sugar, a lot of empty calories in those, but guacamole made from avocados, very filling, so it fills you up again, and it actually tastes good, so you can put it on your burger. You can put it, with your chicken, on top of your salad, something like that. But the key is, again, eating more of these higher fat foods and then cutting out the sugars and the empty carbohydrates. So if you're eating things like, whole wheat pasta, brown rice, potatoes, things like that we've been told are healthy because they're low in fat, well, what happens is they get broken down into sugar in your body. So whenever you eat those foods, it's basically just like eating sugar. Eating a baked potato, kind of like eating a bowl of sugar, with what your body does to it when it processes it. So what happens is it gets turned to sugar. Some of that sugar is used for energy. The problem is most of us aren't very active. So if we're sitting around all day, if we're sitting at work all day, if you're sitting at your desk, at meetings, in the car, things like that, you're not burning off that energy, then it ends up getting stored in your cells as fat. And once it's stored as fat in your cells, it's very hard to break it down and get it out of your cells. That's why it's so easy to gain weight, a lot harder to lose the weight if you're doing these old, outdated methods. So you want to cut out those foods, start eating more of these healthier, higher fat foods, and then just, what I like to do is always eat until you're satisfied, not overly stuffed. So don't worry about counting calories. Don't worry about, tracking your food in some like online calorie app. I mean, those are great if you want to do it that way, but to me, that's very boring. I can't stand like sitting there counting every single calorie from everything I eat. Just isn't going to work for me long-term just as a lifestyle solution. So you don't have to do any of that. Just listen to your body. If you eat Wait, eat your meal and wait 20 minutes. Are you still hungry? Well, then eat a little bit more. But a lot of us tend to eat very quickly. We don't know when we're hungry or when we're actually full. We don't give our body a chance to tell us that we're full. So once you start eating these higher fat foods, you're going to eat less of them because they're going to fill you up quicker. And then you're going to realize that you're not eating as much throughout the day because you're full longer. So again, just start adding in these simple higher fat foods. Every single meal, just eat some healthy fats, a little bit of protein and some vegetables, and you'll be able to get, 5, 10, 15 pounds lost in the next, 30, 60 days, very short amount of time, because the weight's just going to fall off because you start burning more fat for energy instead of relying on sugars and carbs. So if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button below. Feel free to comment below with anything you want me to cover in future videos, or if you have any questions at all. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because I'm putting out new videos every single week to help you burn more fat and lose more weight quickly and easily. And since you took the time to watch this video, I have a special gift just for you. So I'm gonna give away my Triple Your Fat Burning Overnight System 100% free. This is something you can use to triple your fat burning overnight without exercise, and it won't even take any extra time out of your day. So if you want that system for free, just go ahead and click the link below. Let me know what your best email is, and I'll send it over to you right away, 100% free, just my way of saying thank you for taking the time to watch this video.